All right, y'all. It's Friday. We're going to move really slow today. I feel like this week kind of calls for that, okay? So I know I always say, like, oh, we're going to do slow flow, like, for real. Like, we're really going to go super slow today. We're going to explore lots of poses that go into the throat chakra, which is our chakra of communication. It's called Vishuddha in Sanskrit. Okay, and so our affirmation today is going to be, I speak my truth, okay, which is super hard, especially with the climate we're in, not just like the weather climate, just like the overall climate of stuff and things, okay? So let's go ahead and begin when you're ready. I have been enjoying beginning in a child's pose, but if that feels too much pressure on your knees, you can put a blanket in between the backs of your thighs and your calves, maybe sit on a block, or maybe just sit on your hips, because we'll be able to do the same poses, the same stretches, either sitting on our hips or in child's pose, okay? So let's go ahead and make our way there. Start to settle into the space. Kind of just taking a moment to assess where you're at today, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the things. Taking a little assessment. Take a nice big sip of air in through the nose. And exhale, open mouth side, let it go. Yeah. Take a few more of those just cleansing breaths, just clearing the space, clearing the air. And start to settle into the color blue in your mind's eye. And you can allow that color to be subtle and soft, or you can let that color be vibrant and bright. You decide the hue and the tone of your blue today. And allow this color to take a shape. And let that shape be kind of like an orb, a sphere. And we're going to place that shape right in the center of our throat. So I know we talk a lot about breathing through the belly and the chest. I want us to breathe right into the center of the throat today. That's where our throat chakra relies, right in the middle. And as we find this color, as we breathe into the throat, you allow your shoulders to soften a little bit more. Releasing any tension you might be feeling in your hips, knees, neck. Soften the jaw. Soften all the little portals of the face. Just find that breath, that constant. It's always with us. It's always there. It's kind of our all-natural way of stress relief, in a way. Don't have to go to a spa or get a massage to feel a little less stressed. We got that breath right there with us all the time. And kitties. Of course, we got the kitties, too. Take a few more breaths here, maybe starting to incorporate that Ujjayi breath, which is such a great pranayama for the throat chakra. So we allow that breath to drag across the back of the throat as we kind of let the throat constrict a little bit. You kind of tighten that throat, and that allows the breath to become audible. It sounds like an ocean wave or like that deep Darth Vader sounding breath. Soften in a little bit more. Awesome. As you're ready, we're going to walk the hands over to the right corner of our mat. We're going to start to feel an elongation on that left side, a compression, a closing off of the right side. Now, I want you to reach that left arm a little bit longer. My left arm is really active as well as my back body space. And draw your awareness to your armpit and allow that armpit to kind of fall downward a little bit more. Awesome. When you're ready, take one more breath here. And then we're just going to slowly walk it up. So we're either sitting back on the heels or sitting on our hips, okay? Inhale, reach up nice and tall, long spine, reach the fingertips up. And as you're ready, exhale, take a twist over to the right. So I'm going to place that left hand on the outside of the thigh or the knee. I might take my right arm and kind of place it behind me. I might reach back. You decide, okay? Give yourself time to explore and just settle into this twist. So remember where our twist is coming from, friends. Our twist is happening from our rib cage and our thoracic spine, and then our head and our neck complete that twist. Awesome. When you're ready, return to center. Allow your hands to interlace at the small of your back. Inhale, we release the knuckles downward, chest, throat, chin, and eye gaze go up to the sky. Allow the shoulder blades to soften, supporting this pose by supporting our abdominals, squeezing a little lemon in your belly button. When you're ready, take one more breath. Exhale, release the bind, soften the chest, release the arm bones forward, and let it go. Yeah, back to that child's pose. Rock a little right and left, kind of reset the spine and the hips. And then as you're ready, let's walk everything over to the left. Finding that expansion, that length, creep into the right side of the body. And then feeling that compression on the left side. Yeah. Now draw some awareness to that right armpit. Allow that armpit to draw closer to the mat. It's not going to touch, but we're going to get a nice little stretch there through the shoulder blade, underneath the shoulder. Oh yeah, it should feel really nice. When you're ready, gently walk your hands back up to sit on your heels or your hips. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, taking that twist over to the left. So finding a good place for your arms to live. It doesn't matter as long as it feels good and it serves you today. But really feel that lower back lengthening out. So I'm in one long line with the spine from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders. Soften the breath. Maintain that color blue in your mind's eye. Beautiful. Return to center when you're ready. Interlace number 2 at the small of your back. Release those knuckles downward. Inhale, open the chest, the throat, the chin, and the eye gaze to the sky. It might feel a little uncomfortable at first. It's okay. Sit with the uncomfortable. Breathe through it. Nice. Stay there for a couple more rounds of breath. You got this. Nice. Awesome. When you're ready, gently release the arms, release the torso, walk it back out, and find your child's pose. When you're ready, coming up to hands and knees, finding our tabletop, feeling the support of the earth below us, feeling the abdominals support this pose, really spreading the fingers out, embedding our knees, shins, and tops of the arches down into the earth. Inhale, we release, finding that arc of the spine, looking up. And then exhale, pushing the earth away, finding that cat-like back. And then just kind of continue here for a few more rounds of breath, just waking up the spine a little bit more, seeing how it's doing in the afternoon on a Friday. Maybe in time we start to wag the tail, circle out the neck. Yeah, just kind of paw at the earth, making organic movements, circular movements. But really go slow, so we're tuning into the body, tuning into sensation, so we can give the body what it needs, what it wants. Awesome. When you're ready, return to a neutral spine, and we're going to just walk it back towards the back of our mat a little bit, so we can keep our arms on the ground for Anahatasana, puppy pose. Release the arms forward. Soften the chest. Maintain that stack of the hips over the knees as you soften your chest to the earth. Now we might soften our chin or our forehead to the earth, whatever feels good on our neck today. Turn this music down just a little bit. Breathe in here. Breathe into the center of the throat one more time. Finding an opening through the front of the chest. Finding an awesome stretch in between the shoulder blades. Take one more breath here, my friends, and now we're going to start to give this movement, or this pose, some movement. So when you're ready, you're going to bend the elbows, rock your way forward, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, think cat back, and I'm coining the phrase shy cobra. Okay, this cobra is really shy. And then you're going to push back to that puppy pose, hips stack over knees, arms extend. Try it again. So we're bending the elbows, rocking forward. My hips are hovering. Think of tucking the tailbone. Pubic bone reaches forward. Tuck your chin. And then reach it back. Finding that puppy pose. Nice. Take a few more on your own. Just nice and slow. Waking up that upper back. Waking up the arms. Supporting every movement with those abdominals. Really holding them in nice and tight. Finding breath, what works for you. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. The next time you find your shy cobra, I want you to pause. And then allow the hips to soften, heart reaches through, Sphinx pose. Stack the shoulders over the elbows. Get your little fingerprints out, embed your fingerprints into the mat, and as if you're clawing on the mat, pull that mat back towards you. You're going to feel a little sensation in the lower back through the front of the chest, but then allow the navel to lift up and back towards the spine. Think of tucking the tail one more time and pushing your pubic bone down into the mat. And that'll help alleviate some pressure you might feel in the low back. Awesome. Gently soften your way all the way down to your mat. We're going to start some circular sphinxes and cobras, okay? So, take your left ear to your left shoulder, and as you do so, you're going to push through the right arm. Now push through the left arm, come to center, you're in a cobra. Now soften your left elbow, take your right elbow, right ear to right shoulder, and then back all the way to center. Try it again. Left ear, left shoulder, you push away with the right. Then you push away with the left, you soften over to the right, and then you soften back to center. Try it a couple more times, just nice and slow, circular movement, starting to incorporate the neck and the head. Again, waking up the arms a little bit, keeping the legs nice and soft. Awesome. When you're ready, we're just going to take that to the other side. So right ear to right shoulder, push away through the left. Push away through the right. Left ear, left shoulder, soften the left. And then back to center, soften the right. Cool, keep it going. This feels really nice. Awesome. Next time you come to center, pause. Push the earth away. Find one more little Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Spread the fingers, soften the shoulders down and away. And then exhale, let it go. Push back. Child's pose one more time. Soften in. Feel that kind of counter pose action, the rounding of the spine. When you're ready, inhale your way to a tabletop, tuck your toes, and let's make our way to our first downward facing dog of the afternoon. Pedal out your feet. I don't know why my calves feel super tight today, so I'm really going to tread out a lot. All right, but you find what you need. You know how I like to do, kind of explore. It's a great day for discovery and exploration. I mean, every day is. Every time we step on our mats, it's an opportunity to explore and discover. Awesome. When you're ready, let's start to settle into some active stillness. Really opening up the palms of the hands, the fingers, the pads of the feet, and toes. And really feeling that opening, that expansion through the back body space, that lengthening through the spine, the lengthening through the back to the leg. Breathe here. Every exhale is an opportunity to sink, to ground down a little bit more. Yeah. Awesome. When you're ready, rise high to the toes, and we'll make our way up to the front of the mat. Walk, step, float, or fly.
Place your feet about hip width distance apart. Soften your knees. Grab opposite elbows and just kind of let your torso hang out here. Yeah, it's our first forward fold, so take your time. See what you need from the pose today. Every day is different. Every time we step onto our mat's different. We're in a different mental state, a different physical state. The joys of getting old, you know what I mean? And I know everyone's like, well, you're not that old. And I'm like, well, I've got a lot of miles on the body from being a dancer. So, you know, this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, my calves are tight. Why do I have a crook in my neck? Why does my pinky finger hurt? You know, like every day it's something different. But we learn to, you know, work with our bodies. It's a wonderful thing. So when you're ready, take a couple more breaths here, hanging out in that forward fold. And then as you're ready, soften your knees a little bit more, unleash your arms, and start to ragdoll super duper slow all the way up through the spine, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders, neck, head. Inhale, your arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. And then from here, just simply release the arms, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so really allowing the skeleton to really stack today. So again, reaching the tailbone down so we can lengthen our hips in the front. So in the front of our pelvis is our iliac crest, okay? And I was talking to my kids last night, I was like, we're going to call it a crescent roll, okay? So we want that crescent roll to reach forward, okay, as opposed to tipping down. So really reach the crests of your hips up and forward, okay? Start to find an abdominal engagement in the spine, soften through the shoulders, open through the collarbones, close your eyes and breathe. You are stable, you are supported, and as we flow through our mats today, may we allow ourselves to speak our truth. All right, let's warm up with a nice little variation on Sun Chi. Again, we're going to move nice and slow today. Inhale, let's sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a little wrap twist over to the right. So I'm just wrapping my arms, one in front, one in back, and I'm twisting again from the rib cage. Inhale, reach it up to center. Exhale, take that twist over to the left. Yeah, soften that right shoulder down. See if you can look past that left shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, reach it back to center. Exhale, bend your knees. Find an interlace behind your back. Inhale, release the knuckles down. Spread your collarbones, look up. Exhale, forward fold with that bind, Uttanasana C. So wiggle around here, maybe move the arms a little right and left, up and down. Just kind of see where there's that stopping point. And then breathe into those shoulders. Keep those knees nice and soft. Awesome. When you're ready, unleash the arms. Inhale, halfway we rise. Exhale, we fold. Plant your hands and gently step your right foot back. Lower and soften your right knee to the earth and rise into your low lunge. Now from here, just kind of pull around side and side. Maybe we push the hands forward and find a little contraction in the body. Maybe we shift a little forward and back. Again, just take a couple breaths here to explore. All right, I really kind of like pulling around, like my arms are little tentacles and I'm kind of reaching for something. Nice. When you're ready, gently soften your hands to the earth. Left foot meets the right, you're at the top of your push-up. Lower your knees, chest, and chin. Expose the throat, and then reach it up a little low cobra. Awesome. Hips to heels, child's pose, tabletop, downward facing dog. Lovely. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knee and step that foot through between your hands. Soften your back knee. Now this time, rock it back for a hamstring stretch. Nice and slow. Extending through the right knee. I want you to think about keeping that quadricep firm. Activate the foot and the ankle. Pull the toes back towards your face. Breathe and soften in. I know it's a little early. Okay, we're going to hit this up a lot, so it'll feel much better in a couple of minutes. When you're ready, re-lunge on your right leg. Lift your back knee and step your left foot forward to meet your right. You're back in your home. Inhale, halfway we rise. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, reach, widen the arms, take it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. All right, let's try it on the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take that little wrap twist over to the left. Think of both of your little crescent rolls, your iliac crest, your hip bones reaching to the front, and your rib cage and spine are twisting on top. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take it over to the right. Yeah. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, interlace number 2 at the small of your back. Bend your knees. Release your elbows, release your knuckles down. Expose the heart up to the sky. Look up. Lead with your heart as you forward fold. Let it go. Yeah. Breathe here, move and groove around. Let it feel good. Yeah. Awesome. When you're ready, inhale, halfway you rise, release your mind. Exhale, fold. Awesome. Step your left foot back this time. Soften that back knee to the earth, and we rise in our crescent lunge. Nice. So just finding a little movement here, pulling around, rocking a little forward and back, just feeling that support, feeling the toes spread, feeling the leg muscles engage. Yeah. Awesome. Take a nice big broad breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Right foot meets the left. You're at the top of your push-up. Lower your knees, your heart, and your chin. Expose your throat. Nice. When you're ready, low cobra. Push the earth away. Exhale. Hips to heels. Child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Hips go high. Downward facing dog. Awesome. When you're ready, inhale, left leg flies high. Bend your knees, step it through between your hands. Soften your back knee to the earth. And rock back for that hamstring stretch. Left leg is really active. Abdominals are active. I'm pushing the earth away. And then I allow my head to soften. Because remember, gravity wants to help us stretch. Try not to hold on to any unneeded tension. One more breath here. Awesome. Crawl your way forward. Lift that back knee and step it up your back to your forward fold. Awesome job. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Awesome. Inhale, root to rise, swim it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. All right, we're going to go through that one more time. Just up the tempo of just a little bit, okay? Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, reach through center. Maybe there's a little back bend this time. Exhale, twist it off to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend the knees, interlace. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, let it go. Awesome. When you're ready, inhale, halfway you rise. Exhale, you fold. Step your right foot back. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Pull around again. Make it organic. Don't worry about the shape. Tune into sensation. Awesome. When you're ready, plant your hands. Step your left foot to meet your right. Lower your knees, your heart, and your chin. Pranam. Wiggle it forward, maybe a little bit bigger, broader cobra this time. Hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Tuck the toes, hips go high, downward facing dog. Awesome, friends. Inhale, right leg flies high. Exhale, step it forward. Soften your back knee and rock it back for that hamstring stretch. Now you might stay here. You might walk your hands excuse me, over to the right. Ground down your right foot, or outer blade of the right foot, I should say, for a little IT band stretch. That's up to you. Great. When you're ready, return to center if you found that IT band stretch. Walk it forward, re-lunge on your right, lift your back knee, and step it up. Yeah, nice. Inhale, rise up halfway, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, root to rise it, send it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, one more time, one more side, and then we'll start to add on a little bit. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, take it center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, maybe you look up. Exhale, bend the knees, interlace number 2. Inhale, we open. Exhale, let the heart guide you down, forward fold. This is so nice. All right, y'all, inhale, halfway you rise. Exhale, you fold. Awesome, step your left foot back. Soften that back knee. Low lunge, here we are. Pull around again, move and groove. See what's going on, give this pose some movement, yeah? Awesome, take one more breath here. Soften your hands to the earth. Step it back, you can take a full chaturanga, or if you're feeling knees, heart, and chin, go for that. You decide. I'm going to stick with pranam today. Maybe a little bit broader, up dog or cobra. Hips to heels, child's pose when you're ready. And inhale. Tabletop. Exhale. Take it up. Downward facing dog. Settle back into that foundation. Find that breath. Awesome. Inhale. Left leg flies high. Exhale. Bend the knees. Step it forward between those hands. Soften the back knee to the earth and rock it back, hamstring stretch. Now you might stay here, you might walk it over to the left, ground down the outer blade of that left foot for a little IT band action, yeah. Awesome, walk it back to center if you're not there already. Take it forward, step it up, forward, fold it out. Excellent work, my friends. When you're ready, inhale, halfway you rise. Exhale, you fold. Last time, inhale, root to rise, swim the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment to pause, to breathe, to be. May I speak my truth on my mat today, and hopefully off my mat today. All right. Do one sunny together, and then we'll go through a little creative sequence, okay? Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let the heart guide you down, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, halfway you lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back to the top of your push-up, and you roll through your vinyasa. Knees or no knees, chaturanga dandasana, squeeze those elbows into the side body. Express the heart forward and up, find your back bend. Over knees or toes to your downward facing dog. Awesome work. All right. Very nice. Inhale. Rise that leg all the way up. Right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through between the hands. Warrior 2 is where we're heading. Nice. Beautiful work. All right, imagine that there's a table or a wall underneath your arms and you're pressing down on that wall. That's going to help activate our back body. Inhale, flip that front palm. Exhale, tip it up and back. Exalt. Nice. Get into that side body. One more time. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it back to your warrior 2 and find an interlace of your hands at the small of your back. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, humbly fold. So it's a little humble 2 warrior. Usually we're not in this foot position. Maintain that lunge. Create that stack of the left knee over the ankle. Beautiful. When you're ready, gently release the arms and plant your hands on the inside of your right foot. Now heel toe your right foot out so the outer blade of your right foot is parallel to your mat. Spin your back heel up and soften your hips through. Open and expose the throat forward. Let the head hang back. Nice. So little dragon lunge. Keep hugging your right knee into the side of your right body. Awesome work. Cool. When you're ready, step it back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll go to the left side. So when you're ready, left leg flies high. Exhale, step it through between the hands, finding warrior two. Nice. Get that table out. Downward pressure on that table with the arms. When you're ready, inhale, flip it. Exhale, tip it up and back, exalt. Awesome. Take an inhale. Exhale, return to your warrior two. And then find interlace number 2 at the small of your back. Inhale, maintain that lunge as you send the heart up. Exhale, fold on the inside of that left leg. It's going to feel a little more precarious, but take your time to get there. Find the balance. Awesome. When you're ready, unleash your arms and plant your hands on the inside of that left leg. Heel toe your left foot over a little bit, so now it's parallel to the edge of your mat. Spin your back heel up. You might soften that knee all the way down, finding dragon lunge. So I'm pushing through my shoulders with my chest. I'm opening up the front of my throat, eye gaze forward. Awesome. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a big breath in. Exhale, soften your knees to the earth. We're going to head into rabbit pose. So soften your elbows down, interlace your hands, and place the crown of your head on the earth. Now we're creating a tripod like we would in a headstand. So I've got equal weight distribution between my 2 forearms and the top of my head, so I'm not compressing my neck, okay? So when you're ready, start to nestle your head into your hands. My hands are kind of on the back of my head, okay? I'm tucking my chin into my chest, and you might feel enough right here. You should feel a nice, awesome lengthening and stretch in the back of your neck. Now, you might feel okay to walk your knees in a little bit, and that's just going to up the intensity, okay? It's just going to get you in a little bit more compactly. Take a few breaths here. When you're ready, no rush. You'll start to walk your knees out and away. Push into your forearms. Gently lift your head. Child's pose. Rock your hips a little right and left. Take your head a little no. Give your little forehead a massage. Awesome, friends. Cool. When you're ready, we're going to add on to that, okay? But again, we're going to keep going nice and slow, okay? When you're ready, meet me in a tabletop. Tuck your toes, hips go high. Downward facing dog. Awesome. When you're ready, inhale, fly your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knees, step it through, find your warrior two. Lengthen up, reach that tailbone down, go back to that pubic bone action, kind of lift that pubic bone up in the front. Nice. You got it. When you're ready, inhale, flip that front palm. Exhale, tip it up and back. Try to maintain that stack of the right shoulder above the left. Try not to flare the ribs open. Keep the ribs inside to the body. Think of your front of your ribs pulling back and in towards the back of the rib cage. Yep. Inhale, return to your warrior two. And find interlace number 2 at the small of your back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, it's a humble warrior 2. Take that right shoulder on the inside of that right leg. Maintain that lunge. Use your abdominals for support. Keep firming your feet into the earth. Awesome. When you're ready, unleash your arms. Plant your hands to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe it out. We're heading into dragon lunge. Spin that back heel up. You might soften your knee all the way down. You might keep it lifted. Okay, but I'm trying to keep one long line from my knee to my ankle, so don't let it fall out to the side. That's something different. Awesome, friends. Cool. When you're ready, step it up, yogi squat. Left foot on the outside of the left hand, toes out, heels in. You might grab a block. You might use your forearms for support. This is one of the best ways to support yourself is to push those forearms into your thighs, thighs back into forearms. Awesome. Open up. Draw the navel in. Find breath. All right. Awesome job. So this is probably the hardest part of class right here. You ready? We're going to try to rise up from this really low position, okay? Think of keeping your spine really, really long. Here we go. Push and straighten the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Heel toe your feet together. All right. When you're ready, lift that left knee up towards your chest. Hands are in prayer. Awesome. Open and rotate that left leg out to the side. And plant that foot on the inside of your right leg. Free pose. Let's find a little balancing action here. Maybe you grow the branches. Okay. Keep dripping that tailbone down. So again, we don't want to tip the pelvis forward, right? We want to feel that support in the abdominals. Zipping up through the midline. Soften the shoulders. Find your focus. Find your breath. Yeah. You got it for 3, 2, 1. Gently release that knee. Step it back down. Awesome. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to the top of your push-up, and you decide what you need. Do you want another chaturanga, or do you push back to your downward facing dog? I'm going to take a pranam. But again, you decide. Choose your adventure. I love choose your adventure. It gives us exactly what we need. And then we don't feel pressured to do something we don't want to do, right? We'll all meet up in our downward facing dog. We're going to roll through that one more time on the other side. And then we're going to take some nice lower back stretches. Awesome. When you're ready, here we are, downward facing dog, left side on the way. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, step it through, nice and slow and controlled. Round down that back heel. Warrior 2 is where we're heading. Finding breath, finding stability, creating that support from the inside out. Beautiful. Inhale, flip it. Exhale, tip it up and back. Inhale. Exhale, return to warrior 2. Find interlace number 2. One more time at the small of your back. Inhale, open, spread the collarbones, roll the shoulders down. Exhale, humbly fold on the inside. We got it. Inhale. Exhale, soften the hands inside of the left foot, heel toe it out. Yeah, square off the hips so now they're facing the mat. And we're heading into that dragon lunge, okay? I really feel like that left side, that left knee is pushing in towards the side body. Awesome. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Exhale, right foot steps up, yogi squat. You find what works for you, okay? Take a few rounds of breath here. Maybe you release the hips. Maybe you sit on a block. Maybe your cat's nearby. Don't sit on your cat. I'm joking. Don't sit on your feet. All right. Okay. Here's that hard part of class coming up. Engage those thighs, engage the core. Spine stays nice and strong and long. You push up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Feet together. And then when you're ready, we lift the right knee to chest. Hinge that right leg open to the side and plant that right foot somewhere on the inside of your left leg. Try not to use your hands. Yeah? If you need to, it's all good. But just see what happens sometimes if you just use the power of your muscles. Awesome. Finding balance, creating it from within. Find that focus. Eye gaze fixed on one point in space. Awesome, y'all. When you're ready, gently release that foot. Feet back together. Great. Inhale, sweep the arms up. One more time. Lead with your heart. Let it go. Inhale, rise up halfway, we lift. Excuse me. Exhale, hold. Step it back to the top of your push-up. One more chaturanga if you really wanted, or another pranam. Otherwise, we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Awesome. All right, friends. From here, let's lower the knees. We're going to go back to that rabbit pose one more time. It's just a really nice pose to kind of constrict the throat and then open it back up, okay? So when you're ready, coming down to the forearms, finding that interlace of the hands, and then we're rolling from our forehead to the top of our head, and then we're nestling our hands around the head, okay? Now you might stay here. So I do have a little bit pressure with my head. I'm not saying that there's not any pressure, okay? But it's not all in my head. I'm using my arms to help support. You might walk the knees in, you might not, okay? It's so nice to revisit poses. Breathe. Settle in for the next few rounds of breath. When you're ready, gently release. Child's pose. Hang out here for about 4 rounds of breath. Letting that go. Letting go of your practice. All right. When you're ready, there's nothing fancy here, okay? We're just going to come to a seated posture, okay? Kind of wiggle the legs out a little bit, okay? And we're going to get into the lower back. We're going to find some extended Janu Shirshasana. It's really hard to get into the low back, I've found. So even like in child's pose, you might really feel it in child's pose, but yeah, finding like that arch, that rounding in the lower back is just really hard place to access. And I've just found some really great stretches to kind of get in there a little bit deeper. So we're going to do that right now, okay? So when you're ready, I'm going to mirror you, okay? So just listen to my words. Don't look at my legs. You're going to open up your right leg to the side, okay? And then you're going to bend your left knee. So you're kind of in a position that looks like this, okay? Now, this heel can be close to the hips. It can be really far apart. You don't even really need that leg necessarily, but we just want that right leg off to the side of us. So kind of like a half wide leg fold, if you will, okay? Now I'm going to rock my hips a little right and left so I can really feel my hip bones ground down into the earth. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the side, and then exhale, you're just going to take a side body stretch to begin with over that right leg. Now, open up that top shoulder, funnel the ribs back in, and breathe. Yeah, put a smile on your face. It's a beautiful day. Awesome. Take a couple more breaths here. I'm keeping my feet relaxed so you don't have to worry about like flexing them. I'm really chill here with my lower body. Okay, this is more about the upper body and that low back. All right, take an inhale when you're ready. Exhale. Now here, I want you to face your chest towards your right leg. So I'm kind of framing my leg with my hands. And then from here, I'm going to start to let go of my shoulders, neck, and head. So my forehead is drawing a little bit closer to my shin, knee, or thigh. Yeah. That left hip is going to want to pop up. Don't let it. Keep it anchored. Keep it grounded. And hopefully you're feeling a nice little stretch happening in that lower back. That muscle right there is quadratus lumborum. It connects into our hip. It gets pissed off sometimes, okay? So we're just working it out. We're stretching it out. Awesome. Take one more breath here. Now just walk your hands to the center, and we're just going to take an easy forward fold over that bent left leg. Hands might come down, forearms might come down. Wherever you're at, I want you to think of reaching your hip bones back. Okay, so I'm thinking tuck the tail again to keep those hips grounded. Soften your head, eliminate the wrinkle from the back of your neck, and breathe in. When you're ready, gently walk yourself back up. Layla's going crazy over here. When you're ready, just kind of wiggle your legs out, kind of reset your hips a little bit. Okay? Yes, señor. And then when you're ready, we're just going to go to the other side. So I'm going to bend in my right knee and extend my left leg off to the side. And remember, if that's just too much pressure on your knee, you can support it with a block. You can completely ditch the bend, okay? So you decide what works best for you, okay? When you're ready, wiggle your hips a little right and left. Just make sure you can feel both of your sitting bones firm down into the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take that side stretch over to the left. So almost imagine like exalted warrior here. Yeah, we're just sitting down on the hips. Yeah. Lele, you're going to get me hairy. And I lost my lint roller. That's always the way, right? Take an inhale. Exhale. Soften your chest towards that straight left leg. I'm framing my foot with my hands, or my leg with my hands, rather. And then I'm going to start to bow in. Allow your back to round. Release the weight of the head and breathe in. Really think of keeping that left hip grounded, almost like it's trying to pull back and away from your left foot. Awesome. When you're ready, take one more breath. And walk your hands back through center. And we'll find a fold over that bent right leg. Going back to the breath, going back to familiar. And you can, with every exhale, fall in a little bit more, deepen a little bit more. When you're ready, walk yourself back up. And we're just going to come to our back, okay? So grabbing whatever you need to do before you get there. Maybe you find a sip of water. Maybe put on some socks, whatever you need, okay? It's almost 1 o'clock and I'm still drinking coffee because that's who I am. Okay, we're going to take it back down to the back. I'm going to squeeze the knees into the chest, y'all. Give yourself a nice hug and love and gratitude. So thankful for what our body can do for us. It's amazing. Don't forget to say thank you. I love you, body, every single day. Give yourself a little self-love. It's not narcissistic. It's not egotistical. It's necessary. And when you're ready, you're just going to let those knees fall over to the right, okay? And just finding a twist on your own today. So maybe we just keep the legs stacked. Maybe we extend one leg. Maybe we find eagle legs and find a little crisscross twist, okay? Maybe we have to shimmy that right shoulder over if we want to keep both of those shoulders connected to the earth, okay? Find what works. Find what doesn't. Meet yourself in the middle. She completely just like took my earpiece out of my ear. Good job. I don't even think you would do that again. All right, stay here a couple more breaths here. Just enjoy this twist. She's helping me by pushing on my head. Thank you. Thank you for helping my twist. All right, when you're ready, gently work your way back to the center. Flatten out your feet on the mat and just kind of windshield wiper your legs side and side. That's just going to reset our hips, reset our spine. Just take notice of the sides. Awesome. And then when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest again. And let those knees fall over to the left when you're ready. Finding whatever works for you. Maybe it's a cross-legged twist. Maybe you extend the top leg. Again, feel free to explore. Remember that every breath is an opportunity to tune in, to let go, and to breathe. I know for the past year and a half, I'm sure you feel this way too. Like it literally feels like we're just holding our breath, right? Like I'm just holding my breath and just waiting for whatever all this is to be over with, right? So don't be afraid to just breathe. It's there for you. When you're ready, work your way back to center. And when you're ready, open up Happy Baby. Maybe you windshield wiper your legs. Maybe you hit up Happy Baby right away, grabbing onto heels, ankles, calves, outer blades of the feet, whatever feels the best. So wherever you are, I want to once again, think of sending that tailbone back towards the front of your mat. That's going to help lengthen out our lower back. Yeah. Maybe you extend one leg. Maybe you extend both legs. Awesome. Cool. So when you're ready, I invite you to do whatever else you need to do to feel like your practice is complete, okay? I'm going to suggest today legs up a wall. So if you're near a wall, go ahead and take your mat over there, okay? Even if you're by a sofa, you can kind of drape your legs over the sofa. That's going to do you just as good, okay? But I'm going to suggest legs up a wall for our Shavasana time today. You can have legs straight up in the air. You can open your legs to the side if that feels comfortable, okay? So you decide, all right? You decide what works. Then we'll start to settle in, okay? Taking a nice big inhale in. And a big exhale out, letting go. And take a couple more of those. Going back to that color blue.
And placing that color back into the center of your throat. So many times it feels like we have a little lump in our throat, a little frog in our throat, and we can't say exactly what we want to say. Especially as women, we've been conditioned to, sit back and shut up, right? I know that I have definitely stopped doing that myself. And so I encourage all of us, whatever our personalities are, like, don't be afraid to just speak your truth. Because sometimes you never know if there's somebody else that's feeling that too, and they just needed that one voice of courage to say what they've been desperately trying to say, but couldn't. So sit with that color blue. Sit with your truth. Let go of all of your muscular activity, your physicality, your vibration energy. And just sink into a beautiful space, all your own, uniquely yours. Taking the next few breaths just to be. When you're ready, I invite you to move, but I also invite you to stay exactly as you are. You decide, you use your intuition to figure out what works best for you. Eventually either staying or coming up to a comfortable seat of your choice. Taking the next few moments to allow yourself to sit and be with all of who you are, all that you were, and all you are to become. Last time as a class, as a community, let's circle the arms up above the head, allow them to connect, placing the hands into your heart center, acknowledging the efforts of yourself and those out in the ether today. I thank each of you for coming to practice with me. The hardest part is just showing up. All right, thank you for sharing your gifts and allowing me to share mine with you. Go out and have a beautiful rest of your Friday, and don't forget to speak your truth. Namaste, my friends.